Hey guys, I'm back here and I seen something on the internet and it got me thinking, and I knew I could do it, so I came up with the idea. So I've been working on a doming stump. So I've carved out a stump, and I have sandbag mallets and stuff like that. And I seen this deal on eBay, and I was like, for $400, it's pretty expensive. But if you guys have a planishing hammer and a lathe and stuff, you guys could actually make one of these. So what I ended up doing is I'm basically building my own, like a blocking hammer, you know? And so I machined this out, both sides. This is 4130 tool steel, and that's just what I had, so I wanted something hard. So what I ended up doing is machining these on both sides to the diameter of the dies that I'm gonna run and the dies that I have, which is 13/16. It's the same as Chicago pneumatic. So what's cool about this is nowadays there's other companies out there that are machining dies for different manufacturers that used to make these tools. The other cool thing is they're actually manufacturing dies that are made out of, Durlin, like a neoprene base. And I have one, for instance, it's right here, that I made out of an old rubber mallet. So it's pretty dense, but it's also, kind of soft, a lot softer than metal. So what I ended up doing is I thought about this because you can buy these doming dies in round, different radiuses, obviously. And I thought, if I can make one that has a good amount of weight behind it, so when you're doing like stump shrinking and stuff like that, you have a good hammer that can drive the force, but not only that, you can change. So I'm eventually gonna make some Teflon doming dies that I could hit in here. I don't have a handle made yet. I'm gonna make a piece of aluminum, like 1 inch. I'm gonna knurl it, drill it, and then not all the way through. It'll slip over, and then as you see, I drilled and tapped this. So this is what's gonna hold on my, my aluminum knurled handle. So I wanted to share this with you guys. So all it is the tool steel set screw, and the set screw is basically so when you lift it back up, it's not falling out. If you got to machine it deep enough so it's sitting on the shoulders. Chicago pneumatic, their dies have a chamfer right here. And what I did is I ended up in the lathe, I just cut it like a 45, or you could do whatever die angle you have. So what I wanted to do is kind of show you how this will work. And there's people out there that are selling these. And if you want to spend the money, go for it. It's a great idea, great invention. But at the same time, they're $400, $395, $400. So if you think like me and you have the tools capable of doing it, you're gonna say, there ain't no way. And what I ended up doing, and if you put 2 steel dies in here, which you can, if you have to dome something, in a panel, and like I just threw these dies in. This die here is actually a linear stretching die that goes in the planishing hammer. So it adds more weight when you put the steel in. But as you can see on this side, I've got the neoprene, and then if I had one to a radius, I could do that. Same with the steel. So this isn't just for the wood block. If you need like a small doming hammer to dome something, and you can pick it up, you could actually make this. My handle length is going to determine where my balance is, and that's critical when you start playing with these. And this head is pretty. So when I get my handle on here, I'll get the right leverage and stuff like that. But I wanted to share this with you guys for the fact that you can make these tools relatively cheap and like I said, in most of my tools, these are very versatile. So these dies not only are used on the planishing hammer beside or behind me on my bigger one that I've made, but it's also going to work on the smaller one that I'm going to use for the mobile part of, like, on the car, or, you know, a fender. So these dies are kind of critical, but if you already have a huge assortment of them and you don't have a hammer like this, and you want to do like a block, you know, a block shrinking with a stump, or you need a certain radius in a certain spot, this hammer has enough blow to really move the metal the way you want it. So I figured I'd share this with you guys, and just kind of, it's something that you guys can definitely build on your own like I did. I mean, it took me a couple hours, but this hammer, I mean, I just saved $400 and I made it myself, and it's gonna work perfect for what I want. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and it kind of inspires you guys just to kind of start building some of your tools. You got to think outside the box. Like I said, I mean, I just happened to come across it, and this is, the dies are universal amongst 3 different tools, but there's 3 different tools that accept these dies, if that makes sense. So if you guys aren't followers or subscribers, go over there and hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it, and then I'd post more as I can, you know, as I come up with stuff like this. I have other social media sites too. Go over to Iconic Metalworks on Facebook or Instagram. You can follow us there. We post different stuff from time to time amongst all 3 different social media sites. So you guys stay tuned, and I'll come up with something here in the next couple days of moving forward, especially for some of you guys that really wanted to see the wire edge. I'll be working on that fender, so I'll make the panel and show you the wire edge. So stay tuned, and that video will be coming soon.